Your4, it's Hannah here, and I'm taking part in the latest vlog challenge. So I'm going to start answering your questions that you wanted to know more about. So the first one is, if I had a free evening with no work or school the next day, I would probably start off the evening going to the gym to a couple of classes with my friends. We like classes like body attack and body pump, so I'd probably start off there. I come home, get myself organised, changed and ready, and then we'll probably go out for a nice meal and a couple of drinks in town. Tough one. Do you prefer going out partying with your friends or staying in? I like both, but I do quite like a good night in. Like have a bit of Netflix, have some snacks and chill and have a good time, and have a good laugh. So I do quite like a good night in. I don't have any issues with people who don't like to go out drinking. Personally, I don't really drink very much anyway, so it's not something that I would really be negative about or have any issues with. I have quite a few friends who don't drink anyway, so they still like to come out and have a good time with us though, so I don't really have any issues with it. What are your thoughts on people not getting married or having children, or waiting until they're older to do so? I think that these sort of life events are things you've got to do in your own time, and whether you want to get married or have children is entirely your opinion. I think people now, especially like women, are waiting till like in the 30s because of like there's more career options. And personally, I probably won't have children till I'm in my 30s if I do, because I want to try and progress in my career first. I think it's just a way that the world's changing over time. First thing I do when I open my eyes in the morning is probably cliched like everyone does, but check my phone. I want to check for all the messages on WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram. So that's the first thing I do. It's a bit like me reading my morning paper. So moving on to TV. The last few days I've watched mainly TV through my television, but it is linked to the internet, so I do watch shows through like catch-up services, so like All4, the ITV hub, and Netflix through my TV. Where do I go first? When I'm looking for something to watch, I'd normally go to Netflix. I just think there's such a great variation of different shows, like different drama series and films, that there's something that fits every mood and every person. I do think Netflix is cool. I would definitely be lost without it. I've had it for quite a while now, and it's just something that's I just check onto it every day, really, and I get hooked on a series and just follow it through and binge watch. To be fair, like I reckon I watch about the same amount of TV as I always have done, on viewing time, maybe less than what I used to live TV because of the obviously like streaming services like Netflix and also catch-up services like Your4, etc. So I don't watch as much live TV as what I used to. So 3 favourite TV programmes I've been watching recently. Number 1, I know it's an old one and I've only got on the bandwagon, but it would be 90210. I know it's a bit cheesy and a bit corny, but I just find the storyline's actually quite good when you get into it. And they always leave it on a really good cliffhanger, so you know that the next episode is going to be every bit as juicy. Another good programme I've been watching is Pretty Little Liars on Netflix. Again, another great drama series from America. And it always keeps you gripped as to what's going to happen next. It feels as though there's still a lot of questions unanswered, even though we've got to the end of season 6. But you know that Series 7 is going to be every bit as good. And I've also recently started watching Travel Man on Channel 4, which I think is a great programme. Richard Ayoade is just really funny. And then the fact that he's always got some other guest with him every week to some random place is also quite amusing. I like the fact that they take you around alternative sites in these areas that they go and visit. And it does give you an insight as if you were to visit the place yourself. So it's quite interesting. TV programmes that bring my family and friends together would probably be a bit like Gogglebox. If I go home, we always sit and watch that together. another sort of like reality TV shows, so like your X Factor, your Britain's Got Talent. I think because you can sit and talk about it while it's happening and be like, oh, well, what did you think of that? And, you know, it does bring you all together, and it does mean you've got something to talk about. Onto social media. Social media platforms I couldn't live without. Top three would be Facebook, Instagram. I don't know if you class WhatsApp as a social media, but I think now it's just become so routine, and it's a way of like chatting to people that you haven't spoken to for years and catching up and just being informed about other people's lives that you've met over the years, even if you don't get a chance to see them regularly, and keep updated into things. I also like Instagram because I find like inspiration from other people. So other bloggers, other people like that. I just find it quite interesting, and it lets me find out new methods and ways of doing things, and also new recipes because I do follow Joe Wicks, Lean and 15, and he puts a load of recipes on and things. So I do quite like that as well. The apps I love on my phone would be Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Snapchat. Snapchat, I really got on late to the bandwagon. Like, I only got it a couple of months ago, but it's something I use now all the time to Snapchat my friends and send them funny messages. And I also follow people, as I said, like the body coach Joe Wicks, who posts updates regularly about like what he's doing, what training he's doing, what he's eating, and what sort of recipes he's putting up. And I follow a couple of other bloggers as well on there, like Food Medic. Yeah, so she's quite interesting to follow as well. She's into food and fitness, so she's quite interesting. Do I ever pay to watch or listen to programs, films, and music? I have paid obviously because I've got Netflix and I pay a monthly subscription for that. I use the Spotify free app on my iPad and then on my phone when I'm out and about. I am willing to pay for it because I think they provide a good service, and I think it rewards the people who create the products in the first place. So it's only being fair to those who've manufactured and made the products, and the singers and songwriters are getting their cut. People use ad blockers, stream illegally and download illegally. They are yeah, I would see it as a method of stealing from creators of film and TV. I think if everyone did that, like in the future, there might be less new up and coming artists, new things coming out, because the revenue that would have come from these things isn't being put back into the system to foster new talent. So I do think it is stealing opportunities and stealing from creators of film, music, and TV. I think that's everything answered for this vlog. So I will see you soon, Your4.